guard.
buoy. That is the same type of buoy that those sea lions were sitting on out in the ocean. So it's crazy to see how large they are when they're on land. But essentially what the Coast Guard ship does is those buoys are actually channel markers, and a lot of them have sensors on it, so it's how we get our readings for weather, and also the swell in the ocean and all the things going on. And so without that, a lot of boaters have no idea what's going on. So this ship makes sure that all that is still working and stays up where it needs to be. There is also an air station for the Coast Guard that's just by the airport though, and we cannot see that from here. On our right hand side, you'll see this blue building. The sign says North Pacific Seafoods. That sign does need to be changed because it is now known as Sitka Seafoods. But this is one of the fishing plants. It's a fish processing plant. So when the commercial fishermen come in, like this trawler right here at gate 1, they will tie up. You'll see those white totes. The fish plant workers will lower it down into that boat. They'll offload their catch into that tote. The workers will bring it back up, and then they will weigh out all the fish that were caught, and that's how those commercial fishermen make their profit. So they get paid based off the weight. And also, at that same shop, Sitka Seafoods, they do have a gift shop in there, and you are able to go there and purchase a fillet of salmon, and they will ship it back to your house. So you don't have to worry about bringing it on the cruise at all. And it's pretty sure it's cheaper here to do that than to actually go back home and go to the grocery store and buy salmon that way. And then so that is what this other blue building at our 2 o'clock is. It's another fish processing plant. This one is known as SPC. And I believe that stands for the Seafood Processing Center. And it's the same concept. This is just a different company now.
University of Alaska.
You can see they're filled up with boats right now. And how the boats figure out which plant to go to is typically it's a currency thing. Wherever they get ice from is who they go to sell their profit. Then on our left-hand side, you'll see the University of Alaska Southeast. It's this white building here. To the right of that is the gym. There you go. And then that red building, to the right of that building, that's at our 11 o'clock. That red building is one of 3 high schools. It's called the Mount Edgecombe High School. But this high school is actually a boarding school. And so when I talked about healthcare earlier and how a lot of towns and villages don't have the infrastructure for healthcare, that also applies to education. So the state will actually pay those families from those small towns and villages to send their kids here so that way their kids are able to actually get an education. And so there are dormitories for the students to stay for that high school. You just can't see it at the moment. You'll get a better view of it in a few minutes here. Yeah, so this is the high school they'll go to. There are also 2 other high schools in town. One high school is further in town. Again, you can't see it from here. But that's the one that most of the population of Sitka goes to. But another reason I'm talking about all these buildings and pointing them all out is all of these 3 buildings, the university, gym, and high school, were all buildings in World War II. So Japonski Island, the island to our left, was actually a naval base during World War II. And so all these buildings were built in that era. So the university was a World War II hangar, so it's where they kept all their flight crafts. The gym was the radar tower, so you can still see that. And then the high school itself were barracks. So there's a lot of World War II and history presence here. You'll notice there's a lot of construction going on behind the high school. They're currently building a new hospital. Because in a few seconds here, you'll be able to see the original hospital. But that original hospital was built in the 1940s for World War II. So that was the medic station during that war. But also with all the storms that come through, there's just a lot of damage done to the foundation of that building. So that's why they're rebuilding it.
cookies.
So you get a better view of all the boats in town.
Sesame.
Tina?
Kami tayo pang nabao. Lalo sa mga